Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Tech Talk Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday so far. I'm here today to talk to you about that tall drink of water behind me here. That is our SLT. And our SLT stands at 72 inches tall. Now, I think it's important to note before we get into this tech talk that it's actually sitting up an additional 12 inches when you include the sample concrete base and the caster wheels I got it on. Just important to remember that if you're doing any height comparison during this video, I've got quite a disadvantage there. Anyways, let's get into her. SLT is 72 inches tall, 18 inches wide, 8 inches deep. We specifically designed this guy to work with power authorities. Why, you ask? Let me show you why. An external mounted meter base. A lot of power authorities call to have their meters visible at all times, and they call for specific heights on them to be able to visibly read the meter. For us, a lot of the time that's 5.5 feet to center, but we can move that around wherever you require it. Now, if you find yourself in this similar predicament where you've got to call for a tall meter base, I got great news for you if you choose the SLT. You now have 72 inches of backplate space to work with, and that gives you a ton of options for customization. Now I'm going to show 2 examples of those options, and then I'm going to let you guys get back to your day. Okay, here we go. If you take a look here, you can see that we've got an SLT, the backside with the meter there mounted on the back of it, 3/4 inch conduit running up to a photo eye. Now if you look here, you can see that we've actually pulled that distribution panel down a little bit, leaving space for 2 15 amp GFI receptacles. They are powered by that 100 amp main breaker distribution panel with 20 circuits in it. Power runs down into an astronomic timer. And I know you're thinking, well, we already have a photo eye. Why do we also have a timer? This client wanted to make sure they had a second layer of redundancy so that their lights always turned on and off at the right time. Then it runs from there into our common junction box, which has got a bat handle on it, aka override switch, which, as you guys know, is super handy if you're doing any maintenance or service on those lights or fixtures. Allows you to quickly toggle on and off and see if your repairs or replacements have worked. Now on to our next guy. Here, this guy literally has all the bells and whistles for an SLT. We've got the meter mounted on the side of it, which is always an option. Now, if you take a look here, you can see that we've actually pulled that distribution panel way down, 200 amp 2-pole distribution panel with 24 circuits on it. That allowed us space to put in a 20 amp GFI receptacle and leave a big spot in there for future equipment, which is communications equipment. Now, at the bottom of that distribution panel, you can see we have an astronomic timer, a big junction box, same bat handle on it, and then runs out into the field. And our last drawing here, this guy actually's got a mouse door mounted on the front of it as well, which, as you know, allows you to plug in, lock up the unit, do the work that you need for your temporary power, unplug, lock it back up. Guys, thanks so much for listening to me. Hope you guys are all having a great Tuesday, and I wish you an amazing rest of the week. Cheers.